Hello and welcome back to the Lard. For some reason I was going to say llama or lava then. Just going to be digging out my driveway and obviously making some space for it. I won't make you guys watch it. I'm going to take off these last 3 blocks of this statue, or at least the 2 blocks, and then change the 3rd to steps right up to his feet. Just give me some more space, and I've got the space there. Really guys, I've got to do a bit of work for my surroundings. I'm going to try and fit a road in, just really work out my surroundings. I'm going to really try and leave that space of 10 on each side. Apart from on this side, I'm actually going to shorten it a bit, down to about a space of 4 or 5 before I put a path down, and leaving the front of the store as grass. I'm going to try and fit in some car park spaces. Like I say guys, I will transition over. Just really giving you a rough idea. It has got to be square, the building's got to be in the middle. Lad's got to be in the corner. Just really trying to keep it as accurate as possible, even though it can't really be too accurate. Probably not my favourite building so far. Just purely because it is small, not a lot of options with it. Really the main part of this build is Lard himself. Really wondering whether to go full pixel art and create Lard and then try and sort of pad him out so he becomes 3D. But that will be huge. That will be bigger than most houses. And you're going to be looking at a space of 10 to 15 squares just on the face. So there we go guys, we transitioned over. That's what I've eventually done my space as. There's my green, like I was saying, and I'm just going to put a tree in. So I'm going to build up some spruce wood. I'm just going to take it a few high just to really take it up towards the roof level. And then I'm just going to start. Before I do it, just chuck down a bin, well, sort of a bin, just a blue block with a slab on top, and I'm going to start chucking some spruce leaves on top of the tree. So there's no real right or wrong way to do this. I just feather it up, make sure I always go up in a certain way, and then after that I just start coming out 1 block at a time till I get fed up, and then start going back in. It depends how fancy you want to be with your tree, I suppose. For me, I'm happy with it the way it is. I just want to build it up a couple of levels. As long as it looks like a tree, I'm happy. I've seriously got so many roads to install. Big long one between school and this end is just so much work. So long and tedious. I don't mind building, but I do hate smashing grass blocks out of the ground continuously. Up and down in one line. Ugh. Too much. Here we go guys, I've eventually just splattered around a few leaves, and that is my tree. Very fabulous looking tree. And then we're going to head inside, and I'm just going to change all the floor to a quartz block. And I'm just going to line around the windows with a glowstone, and then I'll chuck on a 2nd layer then onto the walls. Working carefully with the back door, just really because I want it to light up, but I haven't got the space in here to really be layering the ceiling. So I've just gone with the glowstone around the windows just to brighten it up, and then I will chuck on a 2nd layer onto that wall. So we're going to start digging out the floor, chucking in our quartz block, and just chuck in a few just to show you. going to chuck in my quartz block. And then for my counter, I'm going to use sandstone. Or well, I think it is sandstone. The third one from sand, brick. Yeah, I think it's sandstone. And you're going to use the sandstone for your counter. And then a glass block on top of that sandstone. And then an upside down sand stairs on the inside of the counter. So I'm just going to run it across. No particular shape, just I'm really struggling what to do with this build. There is no pictures of the inside. I don't think there's any tables, so I've just literally put in a counter, put on some cakes, dual layered the walls, and I've left it at that. So I'm just going to put on these glass blocks, and then I'm going to run round with sand stairs. And we're just going to place them upside down, run them around, just to create a counter sense. So I'm going to transit in a minute to where I've completed my floor. And just to finish it off, I'm just going to cap it off with a sandstone slab. There we have it. I've now done my floor and my counter, and now it's just a case of dual layering, which I'm going to use pink wool and white just for the back wall. So coming in, I'm just going to go around and I'm going to try and leave out the frame of the door, and we're just going to run it back, run it around the window till I get up to the glowstone and put one in between. And then we're just going to run it all the way down, take that one away, put it in, and we're just going to layer it all the way around these main walls, apart from the very back one behind the counter. So wherever there's a frame, we can lay our pink wool. And then move on to our white wall, just to place all the way across the back, leaving out the door frame itself. Now I'm just going to adjust and knock one of my counter away off the edge, just to make room for the second layer. And I'm just going to run it all the way across the remainder of the wall. And then, not to forget, to fill in my pink on the far side that we started on. And just to finish off, I just chuck a till in the corner. We have to knock out maybe one or two pieces of the counter, and we have to chuck in a couple of cakes just to make it look like it is the donut shop. And we're just going to place one on every other, and I'm going to end up having to knock away the last one, just purely because I want to fit in and a pair of steps just to signify a till or a cash register. So we're just going to knock this one away, that one away. So we're going to take out 3. So we can place the till right smack bang in the middle. And I'm just going to finish off by placing off a couple of glowstones just to lighten up the back of the counter. And one last fix, just a tripwire hook just for the other side of this door. So now we're going to start moving on to putting in a couple of car park spaces. I'm just going to leave a space of 5 in between. And then on the 6, start putting in another row of 5 of the wall. We're just going to do our 3 times here, so this will be the 3rd. So I'll just chuck in another one. And then we're going to move around to the other side. Making sure I leave a space of 6 on this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the 7, start putting my 5 in, and then leaving a space of 5, and then putting in a row, and then another space of 5 and putting in a row. And last but not least, just putting in the last one just outside the exit door. Do 1 row of 5 there, leave a space of 5, come across and do another last row. There's only one on this side of the building. So here we go guys, we're going to start moving on to our walls, and I've used my light grey stained clay, and I'm just going to line one line all the way up the side of this path here, and then just on the inside of this small wall I'm then going to lay dirt blocks with tall grass, sorry. And now for our final back wall, we'll start from this corner, run it all the way to the edge of the next path, and that'll be 3 high. So last but not least, before we move on to the donut, we're just going to chuck in some, grab a bit of spruce fencing, and then we're going to use a glowstone as well, just to put a lamppost at the back here. I'm going to put it close to the wall, so I know it does attach to the wall, and we're just going to put a couple of extra ones on above the wall, and make it 3 above the wall, 4, and then 1 coming out with a glowstone on the bottom. So we're just going to use our oak planks for the donut. I'm going to place 2 high of 3 rows, all 3 being 2 high, and then we're going to put 1 extra on the outside ones, and then we're going to come out 1 from the middle, and then we're going to come out to the other side, put 1 on in the middle, and then we're going to start working our way outwards with a half a slab there, and putting 1 on again in the middle and 1 on the end. Basically we end up with the same shape and we're coming out 1 at a time. So we're going to put second layer, then a third one, knock that one away, then come out again, putting on the extra on the inside and then 1 extra on the outside, keeping in time with the other one. I'm just going to knock away these half slabs, there's no need for them, because you can't use them on the actual sides. So I'm just going to place 1 in the middle again, come across, and I think I'm going to stick to that sort of level. So I'm going to take it up 3 levels, except this time we're going to start stepping inwards one. So in effect we're now reversing what we were doing at the bottom. So we're now going to come out 1 inside, and then we're going to start coming across the top, remembering to put our second layer on the inside as well. So we've got our 2 layers here, and then we need to step onto the inside and put 1 in there as well, on the outside, sorry. Oh, I'm really not with it today. There we go. 1 on. And then for our final one, we can put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1 there, 1 there, connect them all together, doing that for the 3 rows, and we can add our final one on top, making it down to 3 by 3, just a square of 3, finishing off the circle there. And I think we're just going to adjust it a little bit more. We're going to put blocks in the very points of it, so the very top point, the very bottom, left and right, and then we're going to start creating more of a circular shape with steps on the inside. So we're just going to go over, place 3 blocks in the bottom here, the same on every point. And then we're going to use our stairs, and across the bottom we put them right way up and then upside down across the top, and we do that for all the parts, and that is as good as I think I can get that donut. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I know it has been a bit of a mess of video, got a lot of strain at the moment with family at the moment, so it's trying to find the time to try and put a couple of pieces together. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I shall see you shortly.